What's going on, my boys? Welcome back to the episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and today we're going to be talking about some real stuff because today we have to actually cover King of Games. We actually cover what I have done for King of Games, what has been accomplished here. So, as you know, I did hit King of Games. I did not hit King of Games with the deck that you saw previously. After playing through the entire King of Games, run scenario, whatever, I lost at the end to Gravekeepers with just basically a bad hand. I just kind of didn't get what I needed, or a bad hand for that deck, or against that deck, so to speak. I had defeated many Gravekeepers before that, of course, because you got to. If you try to get King of Games, you're gonna play them. But alas, for whatever reason, I lost. So because I lost, I did this thing to myself, and I know you guys, if you haven't already watched the video that I uploaded about why you didn't win the qualifiers, why you aren't King of Games, I encourage you to watch that video because I put all the lessons that I learned in that video from the King of Games. All the pain and struggle and suffering I went through, I put it in King of Games in that video. So if you want to get better at the game, you want to get good, and you want to hit King of Games, go watch that video. But one thing I didn't do. One thing happened to me after that. When I lost, my duel spirit was diminished. Now, you might say that sounds stupid, but my heart was broken. I couldn't believe that I made the King of Games, and then I went from King of Games to Gold 4. Going from King of Games to Gold 4 is a very humiliating feeling. And I felt so upset, and probably more upset than other people, because I was letting the salt blind me. The salt blinded your boy, and I couldn't see. But I took a step back, and I realized that there was only one way out of this, and it was to duel. So I had to rekindle my dueling spirit. So the only way to do that, the only way to get me fired up for Yu-Gi-Oh! Is to build a brand new deck. And I built a brand new deck that took me all the way up to Plat 3 again. And then I lost again. And this is maybe day 3, which is probably yesterday. I spent all the time from when it started, all the way up until the 9th, trying to become King of Games. I will do the 8th, trying to become King of Games. I think it was like somewhere around 2 or 3 full days. And I'm not sure how much time or effort other people was putting into it, but I was putting a lot of time and effort into it. It just wasn't hitting for me. So, with my spirit diminished, I sat back and I thought, what is it that I'm doing wrong? What is it that these decks are doing wrong? And then I thought about it like, well, you know what? The format right now, what people are playing, they're either playing an aggressive deck or they're playing burn. And my aggressive decks keep getting cheesed. So I'm going to try burn. But I'm not going to play the burn the way everyone else play it. I'm going to play it my way. And when you see this deck, boys, you will understand. Your boy is playing Weevil. And I call this deck Police. Because you're going to be asking for mercy after this. Now, you're probably looking at this deck thinking there's no way that anybody can win with this. Boy, I'm going to tell you that I got King of Games with this deck. This deck is insane. This deck is some bullshit, too. This deck is boasting, just on my gameplay currently, in my King of Games status, a 8-2, okay? But I only lost the 2 games for random reasons outside of my control. The first game I lost, I drew 3 Burning Lands and 2 Mask of the Accursed, and then drew a 3rd one. I died, and I went first. So and the guy just swarmed and just knocked me out one turn, just bam, just killed me one turn. So I died. So that happened. I guess it is possible to potentially draw 3 of those and then pick up 3 of those next turn. I guess it can happen. So it happened to me one time. That was the one loss I took. Previous to that, I was undefeated. But there was one man, one duelist, whose heart of the cards was stronger than my cheese. This man showed me that you must believe in the heart of the cards, and it will see you through. Now, I do got my finals match. I saved it for you boys. I do got my finals match, and I will show it to you right after this. But this is the second loss. So this deck has only lost 2 times. It lost the first time to that guy. It lost the second time to this guy. And you know, I'm sure it's got some many L's down the way, many misplays I can make, but I didn't make misplays when I played this Weevil deck because this Weevil deck is all burned and you can't really make misplays. So Jade Insect Whistle, I'm gonna put the insect on top of the man's deck. All right, Burning Land, set attack and receive, set the monster. He draws, takes 1,000. Any normal man would die from this. Burning Land attack, take your 5. Supremacy Berry, Nani, excuse me, ends his turn. Draw another Burning Land, I take 5. Attack and receive, you take 7. Play Burning Land, end my turn. This man goes, Destiny Draw. Now this is what I like to call, you know, some bullshit. So this man's gonna draw. He's gonna take his 1,000 damage because, you know, we've been racking it up on him. Plays Black Illusion Ritual. I'm like, oh, that's pretty unexpected. You know, no search, no draw, no send you, no nothing. He just got full relinquished. All right, well, fuck it then. That's probably the most he can do. He activates Ritual fucking Weapon, powers his monster up, summons Swift Gaia. He told me right there, you will pay for your misdeeds, and kills me. Excuse me? Excuse me? That's perfect cheese. And that's what I'm talking about, boys. When I'm saying you are fighting against Konami and their system, trying to match you with people to lose against. I couldn't lose to nobody. That was the only dude they could find. So after that L, I turned the game off and I waited like 3 hours. Then I got back on. Because you know what Konami was going to do? Cheese me again and again and again with that specific guy. I have played people 4 times. It's insane. I've played the same person many times. And also, I want to also mention, too, a lot of guys was playing Baboon Suck at Plat 3 and killed me. Like, I was trying to make my climb, and they beat me with my own deck. I was so enraged. I just couldn't take it anymore. So, I created this cancerous deck. And after I created it, it systematically destroyed every opponent. I want you to take a look at this. Now, this is my last 10 matches. You know what she was playing. Taya Burn blew this bitch to the next universe. That's the Yugi I was telling you guys about. Weevil. That's the Mai. Basically, now I remember exactly. I drew the 3 Burning Lands. I played one because I got rid of Harpy's Hunting Ground and set the other one. And then she went, come on out. No, she didn't. She said, swoop in, Harpy lady. Nothing. If you're having trouble with one Harpy, how can you take a chance on more? I'm going to play my elegant egotist. And that wasn't done, boy. Because after that, she was like, if you're having trouble with one Harpy, how you going to do with more? And she dropped 2 Harpy Lady Sisters on me. Took me down. So I died. Again, 3 Burning Land, 3 Mask of the Curse. I went first, of course. Then, Yugi took him down. Not Pegasus Brothers. These guys took him out. More Weevil took him out. Taya Burn took her out. Final match. Paradox Brothers. You know I took them down. You know I did. Alright, so we're just going to hit it real quick. Because, yeah, just let's watch it real quick. Let me see. Paradox Brothers, Yugi, Taya. Oh, before we watch the Paradox Brothers ones, let's watch the Taya one. Because you guys need to see this. Because I know you boys hate Taya Burn. A lot of you guys hate Taya Burn. But I'm going to show you a superior burn deck. This is just a superior burn deck. I made the most purest cancerous deck. And it simply can only be defeated if it's cheesed. This deck will get banned. This deck will, the parts and pieces of this deck will be hacked at by Konami. So, Burning Land, set to attack and receive, set old girl. So what does this tell you? That's 7, 14, 800, 500, plus 1,000 coming up. So that's 1,000, 2,000, 3,700. That's 3,700 plus the card in my hand. That's game. That's the kind of deck we playing. She played Burning Land. I don't know what she thought she was doing. She thought she was playing that other kind of Weevil deck, but I gave her a little bit of attack and receive action. She wasn't expecting that. Oh, Gravekeeper's Curse? Ow. Have a little bit of attack and receive action. Bitch. You're finished. Now take my 5. You'll give me 5. Now you'll take 1,000. Flip. Take 8, bitch. Summon my Nimble Masabi. Attack. This is the thing that nobody remembers about Nimble Masabi. This is why you do not see him. People forget that you don't have to give your opponent monsters. You can just kill him and make your opponent take 5. Now, I could wipe him out with my flame, bitch. I could take him down. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just let him burn. 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 And then on top of that, she had 1,500 coming. She wasn't doing nothing. She's gone. That's what I mean. This deck is just nearly undefeatable. So let's go to my King of Games match, which I took with ease. The greatest defeat. The greatest of fucking ease. It's the best ease you ever heard in your life. Like, watch this. Took it with ease. Like, took it with fucking ease. And I think my sound went out on the video. But whatever. It doesn't matter. You guys see the power of this deck. Alright, so look. 3-star demotion. Minus 2,000. Here's Flame Ogre. Draw. Set. I'm like, alright, good. Jade Insect Whistle, boy. Put that buggy beast on top of your deck. Oh, well, that's fine. Because we don't care. Hold on a second. Let me just pause 1 second. We don't care what you put on top. We love when the Parasite goes on top. But we don't care what you put on top. The reason why Jade Insect Whistle is so busted is when you play the card, it disrupts your opponent's draw. Therefore, disrupting their plays. Like right now, what he has in hand and on the field is what he has. He has no other resources. By playing Jade Insect Whistle, I lock him into his play. So he has to own up to this. That's all he has. It's nothing. Then he goes to get a 4-star Ladybug of Doom, which has no effect on me. Or if he went and got a Cocoon Evolution, no effect on me. That's why Jade Insect Whistle is powerful. But I wish I had 3. I only got 2. I tried to farm a 3rd one out, but I couldn't get it. Burning Land attack, double. Set Nimble Masabi for 5. And then set attack and receive. So let's see what this man does. Take your Burning Land attack. Take your Burning Land attack. Double summon time. Oh, he's trying to end my life points. Barrel Dragon. Well, you got unlucky. But if he had got lucky, he would have been taken down because I had attack and receive. Now take your 5, boy. Now you're finished untouched my life points. Boy, get out of here. Now he did pay 2,000, of course. He did pay his 2,000. Let's say he didn't pay his 2,000. Do you think I still would have won? Yes, I would have, because I had 2 burning lands, attack and receive, and the flame bitch hitting for 8. You're gone. You're dead. That's pretty much been this entire deck. That's all I've done with this deck. Yeah, that's it, boys. That's all I can show you. That is the King of Games. This is the deck. This is the secret. This is it. And if you guys want, I mean, I want you to do this. Play this deck. It is common. It is cheap. It's easy to build. The only reason certain cards are in certain places over others is because I simply don't own the cards. For example, if I had 3 of those, I would run it. I don't have it. So I'm running 2 Akiyatamas. Flat out. But if I had 3 of those, I would run it. I would run 3 Goblin Thief. I would run 3 Burning Lands, 3 Mass. I would run, well, I guess I'll keep it at 2 Jade Insect Whistles and 3 Attack and Receives. Actually, I would probably up that to 3 Jade Insect Whistles and, well, I'll leave it as is. 2 Jade Insect Whistles, 3 Attack and Receives, 3 Nimble Musabis, and 3 of the Lady Assailant of the Flames. That card will win games. Why does it win games? Because it takes you off of the 500 point roll. So basically, in this deck, you can see it takes a lot of damage in increments of 500 points. This card and this card offsets that 500 point damage, leading you to game. Because basically it makes the points an odd number, so that eventually when the life points is coming around and you're taking damage from stuff like this or stuff like this, instead of hitting 1,000 life points, you will hit 900 life points. And that will mean, I'm sorry, instead of hitting 1,100 life points, you will hit the black. I just ruined that whole analogy. Basically, I found a problem playing this deck where our opponent will always end up with 100 points for some reason, or they will always be alive with just 500 points. The reason, the way I got around my opponent always surviving with that little bit of points is by adding cards that took more damage than 5 away from the opponent. That's how I did it. And that literally just gets them the fuck out of here. I did try Needle Ball in this deck, did not work. It is a good card since my life stays relatively high because you can't hit me. Because you think about it like this. On the first turn, if I don't have a monster, that means I got more burn, which you're probably going to die. And if I don't have more burn, I got a monster, the monsters are just chump blockers. They're only there to stop an attack. But if you attack it, you will take damage. That's why this deck is dangerous. That's why this is insane. But that's it, boys. This deck, this is my King of Games deck. And I want you boys to copy it, and I want you guys to spam it, and I want you guys to put it all over the internet so that Konami bans this shit, because I hate playing burn. I don't like burn, but I want burn nerfed or nuked or something. But if nobody nerfs or nuke it, I'm playing it, and then the opponent's gonna play it, and then they can play around it, yeah, but they'll have. But the problem is you have to build specific counters to this deck, or you have to have the ability to swarm. Everybody can't do that. So on top of that, you're going on a ladder, and it's a random matchup. So there's no way you can build a deck to counter this and then play not Super Joey, to play Joey Last Gamble the next round. He'll blow you out the fucking water. And you don't know if you're going to play this deck or not because it's random. And they don't tell you anything beforehand. So it's like, you're fucked unless you play this deck. This deck takes down other Weevils. This deck takes down Taya Burn. This deck takes down every deck in the format. It had to take down every deck in the format to get to King of Games. But as you saw at the end, the final run was nothing but meta decks. Nothing. So, yeah, easily takes everybody down. Their life points is easy prey for my fish or beached or whatever. But, guys, I want to just thank you so much for watching. I call this deck Please because that's what people are going to be saying. Please don't kill me. But, hey, if you don't want to be looking like my boy Kaiba, make this common ass deck, blow through King of Games, and win. Now, keep in mind, disclaimer, if you are not a good player, you cannot win with this deck. If you make miscalculations, you will lose every time. So you have to make sure you're sticking to the principles. You're counting the cards, you're paying attention to the life points, and you having fun. Also, yeah, you just got to make sure you're playing well and not making misplays. This deck will win, but if you make misplays, you will lose. So don't pay for your misdeeds. Copy this deck. I'll see you at King of Games.